Good morning. I'm Dr. Sanjay Jain, Associate Professor in Mathematics at SPC Government College Ajmer. Today we are taking second chapter of Continuum Mechanics, Analysis of Stress in a Continuum. It is in a sixth part of the second chapter in which we have studied static stress quadratic. Earlier we have studied the continuum approach, definition of fundamental properties like density, mass, area, and classification of continuous media, fluid and solids. And then we study two type of forces, body forces and surface forces. After that, we have studied stress vector and component of stress vector in terms of stress tensor, and in stress tensor we have studied normal stress and shearing stress. After that we derive the results for force and moment equation of equilibrium. After that we have there is a transformation law for the stress tensor. This is in a second order tensor, and with second order tensor it also having an invariant property. And taking one numerical example on this, and today we are taking stress quadratic. What is stress quadratic? We are taking in a surface in continuum approach or in continuous media. Consider a point P in a continuum and introduce a set of local Cartesian axes xi I with the origin at P. You are seeing in this diagram there is a point P, which point P in continuum having local Cartesian axis xi I. Okay, origin is P. The xi I axes are chosen to be parallel to the set of arbitrary chosen unprimed next y1 axis. If the stress tensor at P with respect to the yi axis is sigma ij, what we are doing here, we have considered stress tensor at P with respect to the yi axis is sigma ij, then this equation is very important. Sigma ij xi I xi j, the product combination of sigma ij xi I xi j is nothing but or equal to plus minus k square, a constant, always happening this relation. Okay, xi I xi j are, what is this? This is a two coordinate system or axis. In general coordinate system, if you are multiplying xi xj, then it is in a quadratic quantity and showing in a surface. Okay, so same here, sigma ji xi j is nothing but equal to plus minus k square, which where k is in a constant. Okay, this relation always exists, and this is in a stress quadratic at point P defined here. What we are saying, if the stress tensor at P with respect to y sigma is a, then it is in a constant. It always represent a this equation sigma zi xi j is equals to plus minus k square, always represent a quadratic surface. Why it is quadratic surface? I have already showing you with taken an example of coordinate geometry system. 2 multiplication of x coordinate always shows an quadratic equation. So quadratic surface with its center at P. This surface is called the stress quadratic. This type of surface is always called stress quadratic because stress component sigma ij are multiplied with that. Okay. So we understand what is stress quadratic. So the two properties, interesting properties are always having by stress quadratic, which are very useful for the stress quadratic, and the title stress quadratic is important because of these two properties. And in exam, if question become on stress quadratic, then one or both properties may be asked in the exam with stress quadratic definition. So this is again an important question. What are these two properties and how we solve it and understand it? Okay, so we are taking first property of stress quadratic. What is the first property of stress quadratic? Let Q be the point on the quadratic surface. We have already taken a point P in the earlier page where we showing a diagram. This one, P is the point here, and after some distance we are taking some another point Q. Okay, so let Q be the point on the quadratic surface and let the distance PQ be the distance PQ be the R. Okay, so here you can see this distance PQ is showing an having vector R or distance R. Okay, so PQ is an R. Then the normal stress. First property is related to the normal stress. We have studied two type of stress, normal and shearing stress. In normal stress, all indices are same. Either I barabar J or I is I. Sigma 1 1, sigma 2 2, sigma 3 3 or sigma II. Okay. Then the normal stress at P acting across the surface normal to PQ is inversely proportional to R square. What we have to show, normal stress at P acting across the surface normal to PQ, PQ के normal to PQ is inversely proportional to R square, और it is प्रतिलोमी व्युत्क्रमानुपाती होता है आर स्क्वायर के. ये हमको फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी प्रूव करनी है इसकी. ओके, सो व्हाट वी आर टेकिंग, सिंस द डायरेक्शन कोसाइन ऑफ पी क्यू वी ऑलरेडी स्टडीड अर्लियर, यूनिट नॉर्मल वेक्टर एन आई इज नथिंग बट जाई आई ओवर आर. हेयर वी आर ऑल्सो रिटन एन जे. what we are doing in this relation, ni is equal to xi I by r. If we need nj, means I change to j. So nj is nothing but equal to xi j over r. On cross multiplication, this implies xi j is equals to r n j. Okay, so these equation are we using to prove this property. What we are taking, it follows that the normal stress, we need normal stress, that is capital N. Okay, normal stress at P corresponding to the direction of PQ is, and we already studied it, N is nothing but sigma Ij Ni Nj. Okay, so we are written sigma Ij. In place of Ni, we already know that's xi I over r. In place of nj, we already know xi j over r. So substituting these two equation of above in here, so what we get, this is nothing but sigma ij xi I xi j upon r square. Okay, and what we know, sigma ji sigma jj, this one sigma jij xi I xi j is nothing but plus minus k square. So we substitute here sigma xi I xi j, sigma ij xi I xi j is nothing but plus minus k square upon r into r is r square. And what we know, any equation n is equal to k square upon r square. Okay, then n must be proportional to 1 by r square if k is a constant. Whenever we write a proportional quantity n proportional to 1 by r, it means n equals to k by r. Here what we are seeing, n is equals to k square upon r square. So n is proportional to 1 by r square, which we have to show, or which we have to ask in the property 1, that n is normal stress is inversely proportional to r square. So we get easily this first property. Now we go to the second property. What is second property? Second property is the stress vector sigma I. See the difference in first and second. In first property we are taking stress and the stress is normal. Okay, here we are taking vector. Okay, vector is not normal and sharing, components are normal and sharing. So the stress vector sigma I at P acting across the area that is normal to PQ is parallel to the normal to the surface of the quadratic at Q. Okay, what we are to showing, the stress vector is parallel to the normal to the surface. Okay, so in vector calculus we already seen, whenever we want to show parallel a vector, we must a linear relation in that, with terms of, if we say that any a is equal to, any vector a is equal to some constant and a bar, then two vector a and a bar are parallel. Okay, so we want to show this type of relation here for the stress vector. Okay, what we are how we are showing it, very simple. We are know that what is the, according to definition of stress quadratic, we know that what is the definition, sigma ij xi I xi j is equal to plus minus k square. Okay, this is a stress quadratic. We taking a function of this stress quadratic, so f is equal to sigma ij xi I xi j plus minus k square. We have taken k square from right hand side to left hand side, so plus minus k square is equal to 0. So we are taken this as a function from equation 2.40. Okay, now we need the normal to the surface at Q. How we obtain normal? Del f, f is given to us, then del f over first differentiation of this showing the normal, del f over del xi k. Okay, so we are differentiating with respect to the k or gradient of this. Easily in word we say gradient means first differentiation. So del f over del xi k. When we differentiating this term with respect to xi k, you are showing here we are taking first term sigma, here xi I and xi j. So it is a two term which are dependent on xi. So it is a differentiation of two type u and v. So first if we differentiate xi I with xi k, then it is become conical ik. Okay, so here we get sigma ij conical ik xi j. Okay, first differentiation, first term become this. Similarly, if we define with k, sigma ij xi I is same, and xij over xik is nothing but conical jk. So we, after differentiating this, we get these two terms, and k is in a constant term. So differentiating with xik becomes 0. So we get these two terms, and in first term it is conical jk ik. So I becomes k, I barabar k. So we get sigma kj psi j, and in second term we have conical jk, so j is equal to k, so we get again plus sigma ik psi I. This is in a plus here, due to printing it look like minus, but it is in a plus. So these are two term, same term, because sigma ij is equal to sigma ji, we know. So this become 2 time of sigma kj psi j. Okay, so what we are getting del f over del xi k, and we know that sigma kj, okay, and xi j is nothing but r and j. We are seeing in the first property here, this one, xi j is equal to r and j, written in blue ink implies form, which we using here. Xi j is equal to r and j. So we are putting here in place of xi j r and j. Okay. So getting r and 2 time of sigma kj and j become sigma k. Okay. So we get 2r sigma k. What we are seeing here, the first differentiation del f over del xi k is equals to 2r sigma k. R is a distance between p and q, so it is a constant. 2 is again constant. So del f over del xi k is proportional to sigma k. Okay, so it shows that the normal of at point q is parallel to sigma k, and sigma k is what? Stress vector, which we have to prove in property second. So we get normal to the surface is parallel to the stress vector. So this is a second property we have to prove. Now we are taking a small example. We have to given sigma ij, in which most of the components are 0, only sigma 1 3 2 3 3 1 3 2 are given. Okay, we want to find stress quadratic at point q, where q's values are 1 2 4. Okay, so it's very simple. We have just taking the formula of stress quadratic, sigma ij xi j is equal to plus minus k square. Okay, now we open ij by substituting the value 1 2 3, we get this equation. Okay, after, now we put the value of sigma 1 1 1 2 2 3 3 all from there, and putting the value point of y1 y2 y3 is 1 2 4 here. Here is not y1 y2 y3, these are the point when we substituting cy1 cy2 cy2 cy1. So these y1 y2 we are taking from here. There is no term of y3, so 4 is not using, but 1 and 2 are using. After putting these value all in this, we get 2c xi2 xi3 minus 4c xi3 xi1 is equal to plus minus k square. So this is an stress quadratic for this sigma ij at point P. So this is a simple numerical example. So today we are discussing stress quadratic and its properties and how it obtained in a numerical example. So we are stopping today's lecture at stress quadratic. Tomorrow we are in our next chapter, next lecture, we are taking principal stress and principal exercise in the next lecture. Thank you. Till then.